Number 6, the age that people start smoking is normally distributed with a standard deviation of 4.5 years. Suppose you wish to estimate the mean starting smoking age, find the sample size needed to assure 98% confidence that the sample mean will not differ from the population mean by more than 2 years. Now, I have to say that giving this standard deviation here is not likely to happen, and this particular problem is set up so that we can easily use this formula where we just drop the standard deviation in. But in a real life situation, it may not be given, and so those are the cases where you would probably want to use the range rule of thumb to estimate the standard deviation. So if you got a range of ages that you're looking at and just divide it by 4, that will give us an idea about the range rule of thumb or estimate for the standard deviation. But this particular problem gave us a standard deviation, so that's good. We have to find your z sub alpha over 2, and we seem to be given our error will not differ by more than 2 years, so it looks like our E is going to equal to 2 for the 2 years. Our standard deviation sigma is 4.5, and so we just need to find our alpha, z sub alpha over 2. So we can punch that into our calculator. Inverse norm, and it's 98%, 0.98%. But actually what we want to do is we want to put the alpha in there, so that's 0.02. And remember that this is we're dealing with this like z sub alpha over 2, so we need to make sure that we divide this by 2. Divided by 2. And remember that we're going to want the positive value, so that's 2.326. That is 2.326. Let's actually see if we can find this information. In our critical T value. So the area in two tails, again, it's 98%, so it's 0.02 in two tails. So it's going to be the second column in the body of the table, and last, so it's 2.326. So that works out, 2.326. All right, back to our problem. We have all our values that we need, so we simply put on all the values. We'll take 2.326, multiply that by 4.5, and divide the whole thing by 2, and then square it. So we can do this in one step in the calculator by first putting on the parentheses, and then our value 2.326, and then we're going to multiply that by, what was it again? By 4.5, and then we're going to divide by 2 years. Close the parentheses, and then square the whole thing, and then all that stuff can be done in one step. Yeah, a small amount. Let's take a shot. And one more thing to note, that our n here has to be rounded up into a whole number. So it looks like we just need a small amount of people to pull to see how old they started to smoke. Okay, that's problem number 6.